Hello everyone, welcome to CodeChef. Myself Jwala Chaurasi and today we are going to solve the problem which came into starters 198. The name of the problem is decoration discount and the problem code is DECDISC. The difficulty rating of the problem is cakewalk and the prerequisite is add-on. Let's start with reading the problem statement over here. Uh, here. So guys, problem says Chef wants to decorate his house a bit, so he decides to buy exactly two flower vases. The shop he visits has n flower vases, all arranged in a line. The price of the ith vase is A of I. It's guaranteed that all A of I are even. If chef buys vase number I, the price of vase number I plus 1 will be half. No other discounts are available. Find the minimum cost of buying two different vases. The first line of input will contain a single integer t denoting the number of test cases. Each test case consists of two lines of input. The first line of each test case contains a single integer n, the number of vases in the store. The second line contains n space of integers a1, a2 up till a of n, the prices of the vases. Output format for each test case, output on a new line, answer the minimum cost of buying two different vases. Constraint for t lies from 1 to 100, for n lies from 1 to 100, for a of I lies from 2 to 100. Each a of I is even. So guys, now let's understand the sample test case in the question more precisely over here. So guys, this question is pretty much straightforward. It says that Chef wants to decorate his house a bit, so he decides to buy exactly two flower vases. The shop he visits has n flower vases all arranged in a line. Okay. So the price of the ith vase is A of I. It's guaranteed that all A of I are even, right? And if chef buys vase number I, the price of the vase number I plus 1 will be half. No other discounts would be available. Okay. So we have to find the minimum cost of buying such two different vases. Now let's take the first test case. In the first test case, we have got four vases and each of them will cost 10, 14, 18 and 8. Okay. So let's say chef should buy the first and the second vases. So if he buys the first vase, the cost would be 10 and the second vase, that is the I plus 1 vase price would be what? Half. That means 14 by 2, which is 17. And this would be the minimum. Okay, if you try for any of them or any of the consecutive vases. Okay. So output for this test case simply 17. Now let's take the another test case, guys. So let me take the second test. In the second test case, you have again got 4, which is 10, 18, 14, and 8. Okay. So chef should buy the first and fourth vases. Okay. So buying the first vase halves the price of vase 2, right? So basically, if this, so it will become 18 by 2, which is equals to 9. But it's still cheaper to buy the fourth vase with a cost of 8 instead, right? So output would be simply 18. So guys, I think the test cases are pretty much clear. Now let's move towards the simple solution. Suppose you buy two vases, say I and J, where I is lesser than J. Then if J is equals to I plus 1, the cost of the second vase will be half due to the discount, right? So the cost here is A of I plus A of J by 2. So if let's say J is greater than I plus 1, the cost of the second vase is unchanged. The cost here is A of I plus A of J. Try all the possibilities of I and J, which takes O of n square time, and the output minimum cost among them. So we will try all the possibilities which will give us the minimum. Okay. It's also possible to solve the problem in O of n time with a little observation that there are n minus 1 possibilities of buying vases I and I plus 1. Try all of them and take the best cost. For buying vases that are not adjacent, the best option is to just to choose two vases with the smallest cost. Since there is no discount anyway, so only the minimum and the second minimum need to be compared, right? So guys, I think the solution is pretty much clear. Now let's move to the simple C++ code for the question. So guys, this is my simple C++ code. Over here, I took the input for all the test cases as well as my array. Over here, I initialize answer equal to 0. And in this, I am going for all the consecutive vases. That the second one is half. And over here, I'm going for the two non-consecutive vases and getting the minimum in my answer variable. And at the last, you can see I printed my answer. And as you can see that guys, I have got my C++ code right. Now let's move toward the Python code. So guys, this is my simple Python code. I took the input for all the test cases as well as my array. I initialized this answer variable equals 200. Over here, I'm going for the option one, that is for the first criteria. I will go for all the buying for the two consecutive verses. Over here for the non two consecutive verses. Okay. And at the last, I will get value stored in their minimum of them in the answer variable, and I will print them over here. And as you can see that guys, I have got my Python code right. So guys, I think the solution, the code in the approach was pretty much clear. So guys, now let's meet in the next video. Thank you so much guys for watching our videos.